Let's go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
Good morning, top of the morning in sunny California. That's right, we're right here, smack in the middle of sunny California. You're listening to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you live with nothing but straight talk. Straight talk, yes, that's how we do it around here, folks, nothing but straight talk. We have a great show for you today, and my co-host today, you guys know him, Keith. Oh, you know, Keith, he's the AI man. Everybody's still looking for him. And he's just turning it up. He's turning up. AI is not coming. It's going, you guys. And Keith is right here in the smack dead mid of. He is the AI man. Keith, how you doing?
I am doing well. I'm doing well, right? If I have to talk to some of my AI brethren about these bots making these spam calls, okay? They're getting out of hand right now, so.
Wait, I didn't know that, Keith, what they're doing?
Most of your spam calls are bots.
Really?
AI bots, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well, you know, that's why I don't take those spams. And in fact, we're going to do a show looking at the scams that's for seniors, and we're going to talk about the scams for teens and young adults, because people who have young people in college, I'm telling you, you better teach them how to look out, because they will get swindled, dented, shingled, and everything you can think of. They have some scam. And I mean, it just seems, I mean, it can throw the most intelligent of the intelligent off. I mean, they have a slick way now of doing it to get you before you know it. So we're going to have a whole show on that. But anyway, you guys, today is election day, November 4th. They're voting on whether or not to do redistricting for a temporary situation. So we have a lot of people out there casting their votes. So hopefully, whether it's yes or no, to not vote at all, that is the question. So it's important. Cast your vote and keep hope alive, but make sure that you are doing the work, that you are participating. So today we're going to talk about, it's time to call a family emergency meeting.
Yep.
Folks, it's time, past time, to call an emergency meeting with your family now. We're at a critical point in the economy, just everything all around, and it needs to become a family affair. It's going to take all of us, the community, but most of all, I talk about the family, because the community is made up of the family, the people who come out of the houses in the communities. So when you can empower them, empower the home, each home, then we have a better community. Now, I want you to ask yourself this question. Think about it. What would happen if your medical insurance was suddenly cut off? I know you're going to say, that can't happen. You thought SNAP couldn't happen, didn't you? Who would have thought that SNAP would be cut off? Well, millions of people depend on SNAP. In fact, 1.2 million veterans are dependent on SNAP. These are people who fought for our country, were dependent on SNAP. So I think the greatest thing that happened with people, the most dangerous thing, is our disbelief of this can't happen.
Yeah.
People are saying every day, I said, what if the president can't do that? Oh, he can't?
Mm-hmm.
It's our disbelief of what could happen is what leaves us in the dark. Folks, nobody thought SNAP would be cut off. We're going to talk about what you need to do when you talk to your family. This is an emergency. And then we're going to come back and talk to you about what could happen, the glooming possibilities if this medical insurance package fails. Wow. So, folks, while we're talking, I want you to get your thoughts together. I want you to chime in. Because I'm sure you may know somebody that's getting SNAP. You know, there are people who are so insensitive, Keith, about this. I've heard people on Facebook, well, they should have something in their house. They didn't spend it. I mean, you mean to tell me that cabinet was empty before the first, waiting to get, people who have just a little bit, a nicker above what they need.
Right.
Can be so just non-sympathetic or empathetic toward people because they're looking at these people are homeless, they're drug addicts, they don't want to work, they're lazy. When you have people with college degrees, PhDs that's on Skid Row, people who lost their home, who are still working and sleeping in their car. I don't understand. Keith, how did we get to a point that we're so insensitive that we can't care or feel? How did the callous get over our souls of people that they can't feel the pain of other people when they have one nickel above what they need? What's going on, Keith? Talk to me.
I think the point is everybody's struggling is because inflation's gotten everybody struggling. Everybody's fighting to stay afloat, and just like anything else, when people when the boat is sinking, people who don't care about who gets on the lifeboat. Don't have sympathy. Okay, if you're not strong enough to get on that lifeboat, guess what? You get tossed overboard like everybody else. So I think that's what's going on right now.
Wow. So you're looking at people. Do you think it's like a callous that's over their soul because they don't want to feel? They choose. If I feel pain about this, if I open my feelings up, I'm going to hurt. So I think that's where we are. That people don't want to feel anything. That they want to be numb.
Yeah, they want to be numb. Exactly. Because they're in survival mode right now.
So
over the last 4 years, inflation's gone up like 100%. So you can walk in the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
You walk in the grocery store. Your grocery prices probably have tripled since COVID. So people are in survival mode, and people have a callous that, I'm out here struggling. I'm out here working 60, 70 hours a week just to keep a roof over my head and food in the cart. And these people are getting food stamps and don't have a job. So they feel a lot of callousness is actually going on right now.
I think that's it, Keith, because the comments that I hear people making about folks who are just really crying out in pain because of what's happened. They're panicking because they don't know how long. If someone said you will not get your SNAP for 2 weeks, but when they don't know when this thing will end, I can see people being in a very panic mode. But they haven't seen anything yet. If this insurance bill is held up. We're going to talk about that later. People, you're talking about devastation. But, I remember once Dick Gregory said when the hospital was on strike, the nurses, Dick Gregory made a statement. He said, well, more people will live this week. He said more people will live this week. People are going to have to go back, Keith, and start taking care of themselves, Not dissing anything about medical, but you need to have a natural backup plan. You got to think now. What will happen if I don't have money or plan to see a doctor? I think people need to start thinking about that. What will I do if my baby gets sick? What
Mm-hmm.
will I do if? Folks, it's time to start thinking about that what if. Don't
Yeah.
be caught off guard
Yeah.
because you need to have some backup plan. And anybody has any kind of dirt around their house, they need to start trying to grow something. Put it
Yeah.
in pots.
Yeah. And you have to start. Oh, well, you were raised on a farm, okay?
Yeah,
And okay, y'all didn't have this fancy medical, right? Your biggest protection is not to get sick in the first place, okay?
that's right.
And
That's right.
you have to eat right, okay? Well, you know that we've been in this,
That's
you've
right.
been in this field a long time, right? First you have
Yes.
to do is not get sick, okay?
Uh-huh.
And
And
not
then,
cause health problems, okay? That means you got to eat right, you got to exercise, you got to do the right
mhm.
things to not get sick in the first place,
Absolutely. You have
okay?
to you have to do your cleanse every year.
Hmm.
It's amazing how we threw
We
away
did,
what the elders, which God taught and instructed, showed the elders how to do before they had access to these
right?
doctors.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing how soon we forget what worked?
Because we didn't think we needed it anymore because the doctor had something to get rid of it. Okay, we get sick. Don't we just go down and
Go
you know
get a pill. You
get a
can't go to
pill,
sleep, get a pill.
get a pill. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got you're not eating right. Your bowels ain't moving, and just go get a pill. Okay.
Get a pill.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I think we have gotten lazy as far as our health is concerned because of the miracle of medicine. But
Yeah.
and maybe the Gregory's right. Maybe people will start taking their health more seriously, and being preventative in the first place instead of eating bad and eating bad food and having bad habits to the point where you will actually get sick and then have to go to the doctor.
And do you think if people didn't have uh, these medical insurance that they have, that they would think differently?
They have to because 90% of the world doesn't have medical insurance. Okay, so
So
guess what they have to do?
you can go to the doctor anytime you get
Yeah,
a headache.
yeah.
I see our other co-host, Mr. Ricky Davis, is in the house. Hi, Ricky.
Mhm.
How
Yeah.
are you?
Hello, how you
How,
doing?
how heavy is that mustard seed, sir?
Oh man, it's you know what? It's become heavier and heavier, especially especially on this day.
I know when the mustard seed get heavy, folks, it's heavy about now. I'm
Oh
telling you,
man, yeah, it's
people are
like heavier than
struggling.
the tree right now. Yeah.
Oh my God! But
You know what? Can I chime in?
Go ahead.
yes,
I really want to just echo what Keith was saying earlier about how being sick really these days has been taken to the point of no return. What I mean by that is people have stopped taking care of their body and they've been depending on
Yes.
system. They've been dependent on medicine.
Hmm.
It's almost like they're dependent on the things that they can actually control. And a
Hmm.
lot of it has to do with them getting so caught up in this world and
Hmm.
trying to just navigate and just kind of go with what's going on, going with the flow instead of looking back in older days. I know for me, when I was growing up, my mother very seldom took us to the doctor. You know why? Because she gave us cod liver oil.
Hmm.
uh-huh.
And you know what I'm saying? And I hated it,
Hmm.
but I knew what it did because my mom explained it to me. And then she also educated me on how to keep myself healthy.
Hmm.
Today, parents, families are not educating themselves and they don't really want to know how to stay healthy because they're so used to doing everything and being everywhere. And then when they get sick, all they
Go
do
to
is
the doctor.
go to the
The
doctor
doctor. Yeah.
or take some medicine. Oh,
Hmm.
just take this medicine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to be fine. Medicine is not the cure to your sickness. It's
Hmm.
going to actually prolong it, and then you're going to have some issues
Yeah.
later on down the line because your organs are going to break down.
Yeah.
So we just have to get back to the place of taking care of our bodies, growing our own food, eating healthy stuff if we want to last long. And that's really
Hmm.
it. So I just believe that this
Absolutely.
benefit shutdown that's going on right now is a wake up
It
call
is a wake up call.
to Americans,
Hmm.
especially those people who are just dependent upon the system and they have no desire to improve their way of living.
Right.
Well, just to think, imagine when you depend upon the system, something
Hmm.
outside of your control for everything that you need. Not one, but for everything you
Hmm.
need. I think this is going to put people in a position to really become very creative,
Yeah.
to really bring out the best of them,
Yes.
So that's what's going to happen. So let's talk about. We say it's time to call an emergency family meeting. I mean, emergency. Okay. If you're not in close proximity, then you need to be on Zoom. I mean, or not just in LA, because I'm calling a meeting with my family all over the United States. We're going to have a Zoom emergency meeting. It is important because, number one, we're looking at food. We're looking at the food. You need to have a plan to talk about having at least 30 days of non-perishable food.
Yeah.
Now, Ricky, how long have we been saying this to people? We've been
30
saying
years,
this.
at least 30 years.
Yes. Bishop Turner been across
Yes.
the street from me, been holding emergency preparedness meeting for the last 2 years, every 2 months. And so the first thing they talk about, we're sitting here in California. All over this country has been calamities. What makes us think that we're so special in California that nothing is going to ever happen here? Here we sitting here can be washed away with the ocean, earthquakes, whatever, and you still have people have just enough in their house for a week. I mean, come on, So you need a 30-day plan at least. So that's what families need to talk about. You need rice and beans and, canned. I don't eat canned food, but in an emergency, I'm going to have something in my cabinet because I need to eat something. I'm not going to starve. I'm not going to say, well, I don't eat canned food. I don't eat white bread. You better bring me something to eat.
I know, Dr. Rose, back in there, y'all used to can your food, for the winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you want to do that. You want to locate the food bank churches, whomever that's giving away food. You need to locate it. Tell your families where to go. Okay, get what you need. Don't take extra stuff that going to spoil. I can't say that enough because people are panicking and they want to rush to the food bank and try to grab up everything. Don't do that. They have the food every week. Now, we don't know how long this thing is going to go on. And you want to create a family food sharing. Okay, you need toilet tissue. You need paper towel. You need a large bucket item. Go in together and go to these major stores like Smart and Final, Costco, and you all split and share. It's time to really look at what you're really saying is, how do we get through this?
Right.
That's what we're saying when you have these emergency meetings. How do you get through it without becoming depressed, emotionally upset? Now your whole household, your family, you and your spouse, you guys, you don't have harmony in your house. With your children, when you have food shortage, or when you don't know whether you're going to be able to stay in the home that you're in or not. Folks, these are basic necessities. And when that's not met, you're off balance. So it's important to have these meetings, look at what you can do for each other. So your first thing, emergency, you want to talk about a food plan. You need to have that meeting with your family. Now, the second one is medical insurance and prescription preparedness. What you want to do, never run out of your medication. You want to get your prescription filled early. And most people is on, just automatic.
Automated, yeah.
Automated. So you want to keep check of that. And the reason you want to check on it, because sometimes when it's automated, Keith, and you call to go to pick it up and they say, well, your doctor need to write a new prescription.
Right.
So that's why you want to make sure, you guys, that you have that, because this could be a medication you really need. You think the pharmacy care? If the doctor needs to write a prescription, you can't get in touch with the doctor. You think they can just fill it? Well, I'm going to go ahead and fill it for you. They cannot do it.
They can't do it. Legally, they can't do it.
Exactly. So you want to be on top of that, folks. And you want to refill, I say, essential. And you want to, it's time now to look out. I don't know if there's any free clinics. It used to be. Do you know, Keith, anybody? Are there any free clinics?
They're harder to find. I think there still are, but they're harder to find now.
Okay.
Because most of the hospitals have absorbed that. So
okay, with your urgent
care
care
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Now, your financial backup plan. Wow. Let me tell you, folks, everybody should have an emergency fund. Now, my daughter taught me that. She was showing me all the accounts she had, and she said, this is emergency. I said, emergency? Whole bank account for emergency.
Yeah, yeah.
She said, yeah, Mom, we put Mom here. So if the engine go out in the car,
Yes.
if the air conditioner goes out in the house, she started naming all the things that could happen. And that emergency fund, she said, what if someone made that transition? And I wanted to go to the funeral. She put all this stuff in the pot and have an emergency fund that you don't touch unless it's an emergency.
Yeah.
So this is a time for families to really start looking at having an emergency fund. Because guess what? It will come. Yeah. It will come a time that you'll need to tap into that pot because you're going to have some type of emergency.
Yeah.
So you want to look at that pool family resource. What can we pool? What can we share? You know, share grocery, carpool. Start talking about utilities. Start talking about the winter is coming.
Yeah. Start
talking about what you're going to do. You know, if you have central air and heating, you might want to say, well, okay, you know what? I think it's going to be best for me to get a heater and put it, turn it on in the morning, get warm.
Yeah.
It's something because it's cheaper many times instead of trying to heat a whole house up and you got all these rooms and you trying to use your central air and heating. You need to think. Okay. So your financial backup plan, communication, that's number 4. Number 1, we said emergency food. 2, medical insurance and prescription preparedness. Number 3, your financial backup. Number 4, communication and roles during crisis. Who's going to do what?
Right.
Somebody got to be in charge. There has to be leadership when there is an emergency. It needs to be leadership in the family right now saying who will do what in advance. Who's going to keep a list of contact with all the family members, okay? And what is our meeting place if something should happen? Here you're sitting in the same city, son and daughter over on this street, you over here. Emergency come, you all have no plan. It might say, well, you know what? My house is this and this. Why don't everybody meet at my house? Well, I have more space. Everybody can find a place to lay their head here. Folks, these are conversations that we got to have. It's no question about it. I think of it all the time. I said, we are not exempt. So we need to be prepared. Now, your local representatives, you need to always know who they are so you can reach out if you need help. So what I'm going to do is, those online, Keith, is there anything in the chat?
I don't see anything in the chat.
Okay. And
I said America is in a situation, this is from Brother Jamal, due to greed, racism, white supremacy, and overall fantastical thinking about entitlement, okay? And it's in the second one, he says, people that have never been to a food bank before should go to one, if only to observe the process before you really need it. Yeah, that's true. Those food banks are going to get crazy all over. In fact, they have some food banks. They actually have guards, or sometimes even National Guard at some food banks right now.
Right now. Because I guess some people see. That's what I said. Don't go there trying to get you enough for a whole month because everybody come need something. Take what you need. Yeah. They have some more the next week, so that's why they're having to do that.
And people, should. I hope people would start thinking that when times are good, okay, that they would actually donate to the food bank.
Oh yes, absolutely. A lot of churches used to have a storehouse where they had clothes.
Yes,
they had food. Yes. But after food bank came into play, then they stopped. The members stopped bringing canned food and stuff because there was plenty. At the food bank, and a lot of people don't want to go. I have gone. They have nice, their vegetables, the fruits and vegetables they have, to me, has a good, just as good as a better quality
Yeah.
as when you go to some of these food outlets. I'm not going to call the name. You guys know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
So, take the one that you can use and stay updated
Mm-hmm.
to the news, the station that gives updates on what's happening. Folks, in time of emergency, you need to be aware of what is happening in your
Yeah.
community, in your
Yeah.
state, and the world at general. And a lot of people don't do that.
And we have to start using social media for something other than gossip because, Facebook is a good way to pass along information, like where food bank is,
Yes.
where supplies are, where necessary resources are. So I'm going to have to start using it for something other than actually entertainment.
Wow, wow. That's absolutely true. We're going to pause this time in case there's someone online. I'm sure you have some comments about what we've talked about
Okay.
before we move into what if
Mm-hmm.
medical insurance is no longer available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Brenda, I see that mic popping up. Come on, girl.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Morning.
morning, Brenda.
This is an awesome discussion. I personally know quite a few young single moms, and I also know, on the other hand, some single seniors. And I think a good idea would be for these two groups to come together. I know it's a trust issue right now because you have so many people taking advantage of other people when they see that they're in a vulnerable position. But I think if younger women that have children that are single, if they know someone, an older person, they can come together and pool their resources to help both of those, because the senior is alone and kind of shut in, and then the younger mothers with children, they don't have the resources that they once had. I think it's a good idea to do a communal type of situation where everybody's sharing resources.
Yeah. In fact, there's experimental housing where young people or single mothers are combining housing or apartment complexes with seniors, right? So when the kids come home, okay, there's going to be seniors there. There's going to be people there that they know, so they don't have to pay all this after school care. Okay, in other words, you're using because that after school care, sometimes takes $600-700 a month. That's a lot of money, right? So that could actually go and help to house seniors. Plus, the kids help seniors stop being lonely. So they don't, So there's a lot of things that could be done, but thing is, we've been taught to be in this so-called self-individualistic
and to be afraid of everybody. Don't
be afraid of
trust
everybody.
anybody.
You trust everybody, yeah.
I went to a restaurant the other day
Mm-hmm.
to get a bowl of lentil soup. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat any meat.
Okay.
I went to get a bowl of lentil soup from a restaurant that's close to my house.
Right.
Just lunch. I went in there.
Yeah.
I typically haven't been there for a couple of months.
Right.
But I went in there the other day, and do you know the price of a bowl of lentil soup? That's bean soup.
Right.
$15.
Yes.
Wait a minute. 15?
It was $15 for a bowl of lentil soup, bean soup.
Yeah.
With nothing in it but potato.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was like flabbergasted. I was like, this is crazy.
It is crazy.
The person can't even go and get a bowl of soup if that's all the money that they have. I mean, I had other money, but I was just thinking, what if I didn't?
Yeah.
And that was all I was able to afford. So I think we just have to start looking at more creative ways to survive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not, the two biggest costs right now in America to most people, believe it or not, it's not food. Okay. It's not clothing. It's lodging, which is, housing, and healthcare. The two biggest costs in America today.
Well, Brenda raised an important issue when she mentioned about the seniors. So I'm saying to those who are listening, it's important for you to look around your community, your street. Just don't stay on your street. See if there's some elders, seniors that live in that community.
Right.
check on them.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they're okay, because they're not in position to get up. Many of them don't even drive. Some of
Yeah.
them don't have family members that live close. Make sure that they have what they need. Make
Right.
sure they have food.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the food bank,
Right.
pick up food for them. Find
Right.
out what they need. If you have excess in your house,
Mm-hmm.
take something to them. This is
Right.
really a time to really check in on your neighbor.
Yeah. Well.
Check in on, especially the seniors. Check in to see if they're okay.
Maybe we can unlearn all this rugged individualism that we've learned over the past 40 years.
It's going to make us come together. It's going to
Make
make
us
us
come together.
speak. It's going to make us know who our next door neighbor is. In other words, it looks like we're being taken aback to come back.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
Because things has to change. We're too isolated. We don't know our neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a community, so I can see it coming back. Now, we're going to talk about what if.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to think about it. What if, for many people, because I do mostly natural health for myself, okay? What if people are left without insurance? Folks, number one, the failure, we got to understand how our health and wealth are connected. You can have a whole lot of wealth, but get sick. Get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Have a catastrophic disease. A lot of money in the bank. You can't tell me you're going to leave that money in your bank. You're going to leave it in your IRA account when you need to try to get well. People will spend every dime they have, Keith, to get well.
Yes.
People will go broke
Mm-hmm.
trying to get well. So you can see how health and wealth is connected. Because poor health can drain all the wealth that you have. So now we're talking about now. Millions of people would lose or would never gain their health benefits again.
Right.
Folks, medical costs would skyrocket without cap on the out-of-pocket expense. Now, you know, I don't have to tell you what this medication costs. There are some people medication.
Yeah.
It's like $500 or $600 for one medication. Wow. Plus, they're having out-of-pocket pay on some of this.
Mm-hmm.
Families will fall deeper in medical debt. Now, damaging their credit, Keith, because you can't pay it. Because when you go to the hospital, now, you know how the hospital used to bill you, send you done notice. They don't do that. In 30 days, if that bill ain't paid, it's going to a collection company so they can hound you. Okay? So now, you messed up your credit. Wow. Now, you're thinking about getting a home. What shows up? All those medical bills.
Yeah.
When I was in a plan, Keith, where a PP, or what it was, I could choose and go to whatever doctor I wanted to.
Right.
I decided to join HMO. Oh, Keith, there's somebody trying to get on. Can you see if you can see them?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
Okay. So what happened, I decided that I would join the HMO. Why? Because with the PPO, I had to pay 20% of what my medical bill. And I got to thinking, Keith, you know what? Oh, 20% of a doctor's visit? Oh, sure, I can pay that. But I got to thinking one day, I said, you know what? This 20% could be of a hospital bill. And you know what hospital bill, you can have a hospital $40,000, $50,000 easy if you end up in an accident in intensive care. Now, that's a whole different thing that we're talking about, what my expense out of pocket would be. Okay? And if I could not pay it, it's going on my credit.
Right.
Okay, now your credit jacked up. Now you want to buy a house, your credit jacked up. So, folks, this medical bill, this medical situation ain't nothing to play with. You need to be writing to people who represent you.
Yeah.
Think about it. Hospitals in poor communities may close because of unpaid patient care. They can't get paid, so they can't pay the staff. They can't keep things going. This is, folks, this is nothing to really take lightly, because I know what you're saying. Ain't no way they can cut off people medical benefit when millions of people are dependent on this insurance that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Your veterans, your seniors, people in general. So now you got this big hospital bill. Health care for the Black and brown family is going to be hit the hardest. Now, I hate to tell you, folks, more death from delayed care or from people skipping their prescription.
Right.
Skipping going to the doctor for their appointment because they can't afford to pay. So they go only when there is an emergency. Folks, there's no release for medical debt on your credit report. Wow. Income fallout. What else is going to happen? People are going to be getting sicker because they cannot get proper medical care. And now there's loss of productivity.
Right.
Put a strain on the job. Now you're going to lose your job because you're sick. You're missing too many days. You're putting a strain on the other people who are working because now they're having to pick up the parts that you were doing. Keith.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing to play with, folks. Don't sit around and think, oh, they can't do that.
They you know, they can, if they give us, they can take us away. So
that's why it's important to start looking at what would I do if I couldn't go to the doctor. Think about your own health challenge. Think about, I'm diabetic. I'm on dialysis. I want you to think about your situation. Even if you have no problem at all, you're in perfect health. What if you're in an accident? What if you develop a condition? What if? You don't wait until the pain strikes. Start making preparation. Because if you live long enough, you're going to have some issue. And you know what the medical cost is.
Yeah.
Wow. And look at the strain, Keith. I guess they have to go back to like the general hospital. You know, the hospital where you used to get, when they had Martin Luther King, you didn't have to have any money. They don't have those. They don't have it anymore.
Everything's for profit. That's the one thing that happened with the ACA. What really started happening with Reagan when he started closing these things down and pushing people to for-profit models. Okay, when they like Blue Cross used to be a nonprofit. You know, Blue Cross Blue Shields and Kaiser used to be nonprofit. Okay, until Bill Clinton came in and started pushing everybody towards the profit model.
But, you know, think about, do you remember, Keith? I know you've been here long enough to remember we call it Big General Hospital.
Big General Hospital, yes.
You didn't have to pay.
No.
Dr. Martin Luther King Hospital.
Yeah.
If you didn't have insurance, you didn't have to pay.
You
had to pay if you went to Daniel Freeman, some of the other hospitals. You had to have insurance to go there. But now, I don't know of a hospital where they don't ask about you paying.
They're mostly gone, especially after the Affordable Care Act, okay, where they really start closing down a lot of these
and requiring
everybody has some kind of insurance. Yes.
So if that's taken away, how long would it take to reconstruct? And how can you do it? What facilities can you say? Well, okay, now you all need to start taking people who don't have insurance.
You know what?
How can you do that, Keith?
We just spent $400 billion fighting the war over the past 4 years. Okay, you can do it. You can do it within a couple of years if you really want to.
But a couple of years, how many people are going to be dead, Keith?
Well, you know, the thing is, how many people would be dead if we don't do it? Okay, if we don't start it.
Well, you know, maybe remember when the epidemic of AIDS came out. There were philosophers who would say, and people called them conspirators, who were saying that was introduced to depopulate the world, that there was too many people, and we need to get rid of some of them. Well, I was just thinking, a little small talk to myself. Wow, if you take away the food, Ricky, and you take away my ability to have health care.
Yes.
What does that sound like, Keith?
Sounds
Ricky,
like
what does that sound like?
It sounds like a revolution. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Yep.
That's a revolution. That will cause a revolution. Okay, that's how come they don't do it.
Yeah, it's a plan. It's a plan to control the population. I mean,
you can try it, but guess what's going to happen? If you control the food, hungry people just don't die. Okay, they will burn your society to the ground. They don't just roll over.
Well,
and
you
die.
know what Frederick Douglass said? Frederick Douglass made a statement. He said, "Hungry men
will eat.
Will eat, whether it's from your kitchen,
or somebody."
That's remember we thought the same thing during COVID when all these people got laid off from work. Guess what they did? Okay, they made sure these people ate. Okay. Because if you didn't, you saw what happened. Okay, the thing is, we live in this big open society, okay? And the thing is, the reason you have police and you have these safety nets is to keep honest people honest. What happens when honest people get hungry? They're not going to be honest anymore.
Well, you already know what's happening. I mean, look what has happened since COVID, even now. Like, I saw this video last week, and this person was doing a documentary, and he walked into a grocery store. And I don't know if it was somewhere in the Midwest or something, but he walked into this grocery store, and he was saying, "Look at you guys. When they cut off the SNAP benefits, this is what it looks like." They showed a store where all of the meat and produce were gone, not because people bought it. People were going in, just taking it and walking out. And that's what's been happening a lot since COVID. It ain't been happening just that. And even now, I'm going into the store. You have elderly people, you got younger people. They're literally boldly going into the store, putting food in their grocery basket, and walking right on out.
Is that happening right now?
Yes.
Because I have a friend. He's a manager at a grocery store in New Jersey, right? And he said what they're doing now is the women that are on EBT are sending their children in. Okay.
Yes.
Sending their teenagers and children just like during the dope game, right? Because they're less likely to get arrested. So they send them in groups, and they walk out. Okay.
Yep.
Because even if they get caught, what are they gonna do with them? You take the stuff and you send them home.
That's what they're doing. They're doing that right now.
They're doing that right now. Yes,
it's common because the average store doesn't have security, so these people will hit up stores that don't have no security. And what the manager going to do? The manager can't do nothing. So that's why you have a lot of these Walmarts and Targets. They're locking up all the the deodorants and the lotions and all the stuff like that because people are literally walking out and there's nothing nobody can do because that's considered a petty crime. So there's not going to be arrestment. I think the rule is if it's under $1,000, they're just going to cite them. They're not going to arrest.
It used to be until I think California changed that law just
600.
600.
600. Okay. 600,
they changed it to 600 so they can get more people in prison.
There you go.
Because it's a strike. If it's over 600, it's a felon. Now, you know that is a shame. That's one thing we need to take back and revisit cases. This 3 strikes you outlaw. That needs folks. That needs to come back. And
it's a business. It's a business.
Yeah,
that's what they're. This a business. That these prisons. It's a business. So they making money.
Money. Well, the thing is, they're making money, but they're making money off the taxpayers because the taxpayers are actually paying it. It's all Basically, it's almost like welfare for the prisons. That's really what it is.
Well, you know what? When we think about medical and insurance, another blow is going to be a blow to generational wealth.
Yes.
Losing homes.
Yeah.
And saving for hospital bills. People going to lose home behind that because They're going to have bills they can't pay.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have liens against their properties. This thing is bigger than what most people can perceive it to be. So that's why I'm saying, folks, right now, you can go to findmyrepresentative.com. Find out who's representing you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And start sending those letters, letting them know what this means to you, folks. This is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing to play with. There's so many fallouts, you know?
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So we gotta keep up with that. How many people would lose access to health care if this bill failed? What impact does medical debts have on building wealth in your community?
Mm-hmm. And if the biggest thing it's going to cause is to drive the price of health care up for people that get bounced off.
Well, people can barely pay it now.
Exactly.
Your insurance broke. Yeah. I was looking at my policy the other day. I'm going to tell you all, if you have, it's for my rental property, if you have the California Fair Plan,
okay,
Keith, I'm telling you all, if anybody on this line and hear my voice, you need to pull out your home insurance policy and see what's covered before your house burned down. Or before something happened. California Fair Plan, anybody who can't get insurance from anybody, you have to have insurance. So California Fair Plan will give you a policy. And it's not as expensive, but you better check
what it covers.
What it covers. See, most people don't think about what their insurance covers until something happens. Then they'll call the company. Is my garage covered? Is things in my car covered? Folks, we got to do better. You will be shocked when you look at those policies. You know, so we got to protect the family. All we have, when you're losing wealth, number one, through medical bills, many people who file bankrupt is because of medical bills. Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because of medical bills they couldn't pay.
Couldn't pay them, yeah.
So then you say, okay, Dr. Miller, you're talking about all this. What can we do? You can contact your representative and demand affordable health care. Okay? That's what you can do. You may think, well, ain't nothing I can do. If Trump said it, he going.
They talk about it right now because your biggest, the two biggest things in the federal deficit right now is what? It's the debt, okay? Because you got
we're 37 trillion.
37 trillion, and the interest on the debt, and also what? Medical costs, okay?
Yeah.
And you have a lot of people in Congress on both sides of the aisle that have their hands deep in the pockets of the medical industry, right? Okay, you're gonna have to put pressure on them to bring the cost down. I was listening to a guy in China, right? Most of medicines are made overseas, okay? So the same pill in China costs you about 10 to 50 cents, right? It costs you $1,000 here. Why is that?
Keith, tell me this. Why is it, you all? Why is it that every president that get in the White House, when they're running for office, they address this? We're going to stop these big pharmaceutical giants. Has anybody cut the price of medicine yet?
No. Nope.
You see?
Nope. No, even Obama.
It's too much. That's what you're draining the country. You're draining the system. When you allow them to charge all this money, who's paying for it?
Yeah.
If you're on Medicare, Medicaid, who's paying for it?
Yeah. You got some people, the rich people, find out it's cheaper to fly to China and stay in China for 3 months and get their health care done and then fly back.
Absolutely.
Cheaper. Much cheaper. And get them
they find ways.
Bring their medicines back because just the amount they would have spent in just medicines alone could pay for their trip and pay for their stay in China.
So, folks, we're going to recap. Keith, your favorite person, I see she joined us, my daughter, Dr. Pam Milligan. I told you, she said she felt something because you...
She felt some kind of way, huh?
Yeah, she felt some kind of way. You went on. Keith, go ahead and tell her you love her and you sorry.
Yeah. I love her to death. Okay. I never met her, but Dr. Rosie brags about you so much. I feel like I know you. Okay. Talk about a golden child. Okay. You are it.
That's right. So she don't have to feel something, huh, Keith?
No, she does not. Okay. I feel like I know her.
Okay. So, folks, we're going to recap on the thing for emergency.
And she's a physician, right? Okay.
Right. OBGYN.
Yeah.
Yeah, she bring them babies in here.
Yeah.
She got to bring more in. We need, I don't know what we need right now. We can't feed them right now. Next year.
Well, you know what? I was listening to a podcast, right? And the black fertility rate for the first time in 200 years has fallen beneath the fertility rate of white women.
Really?
Yes. It's 1.39.
Well, you know what, Keith? And it's going to fall lower because look at the pressure on people who feel like I can't do this. A lot of men are not getting married now because they feel I can't take care of no family. Did you realize that that's why a lot of men are not committed? Because, society say you're supposed to bring in the bacon.
Right.
So you got men who say, I want to be the real man, who don't feel like they're a real man if they can't do that.
Right. It's too much
so they rather
pressure.
shack. Because when you shacking, it's easier to walk off when things get tough than to get married.
It's even worse. Half of young men, okay, in America these days have not even been on a date in the last 2 years.
What?
Yes.
Wait now, what's going on here? Let's what's up with that, Keith? Because they can't afford to?
What is the expectation on them? They feel is too high, so it's better to not engage.
That's why you see a lot of them. They choose to go to a movie. They partner up and go with each other.
Go with each other, or they're online playing games with playing games and all kind of stuff. So that in fact, you're. In fact, now what's starting to happen. Remember, it used to be the women got in free to clubs. Mm-hmm. Because they wanted to attract the men, okay?
Right.
Women have to pay to get in clubs now, and the men are free.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
The men have given up, so.
Wow, we can't have that. We can't have that. But we're going to recap. Mm-hmm. We said that family need to call an emergency meeting.
Yeah, you're going to have
right now, not tomorrow. Get on the phone, set up a Zoom meeting, call your family members across this United States and say, we need to talk. Hold up, we need to talk. This is an emergency family meeting. You need to talk about food security. What do? Talk about 30-day supply. And when I say 30-day supply, I'm not talking about shrimp and steak and all this stuff you've been eating. I'm talking about rice, beans, potatoes, and make sure you get some water.
Yeah.
It's important. So you got to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you want to talk about the food shelters. Tell them to find out where all the food shelters are in your community.
Right.
Don't go there trying to take the whole house, the whole store. Get enough for, your week supply, because you can go back. That's why they have National Guards, I understand, at some of these food places.
Shelters there.
So folks running up in there trying to get enough for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, y'all know that ain't right, okay? Get what you need. So tell your family. There are a lot of people don't even know about food bank because they've never had to go. Right. Someone online today suggested that all of us should go to a food bank so we can just see for ourselves what it's like.
Right. What it's like, yeah.
They have food left. They have food that throw away that you could be there getting it for your family because you think that's for the poor people. Who you think you are? Who is the poor?
Well,
everybody except the rich.
You're one paycheck away from being poor. Most people.
Absolutely. They have good fruits and vegetables. Because a friend of mine, she told me a place where she was going, and I told her, they have mango, you call me. Different stuff that I want. I am not ashamed to step up at a food bank.
Right.
Okay? They throw away food. So get accustomed to doing that. So you want to tell your family about that, because some of them, they don't know what to do. They don't have to run up in the stores walking out and stealing food you got. They have food banks right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
don't put yourself in that predicament when you can get the food for free. Recap, make sure you know where your medical insurance coverage, get your prescription filled as early as you can. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to do a natural way of dealing with some of your medical challenge. Just in case you can't get to the doctor, you need to know how to do something for your family in the meantime.
Right.
If that person has a hot fever, you can't get to the doctor, you need to go back to grandma's remedy.
Right.
Put some cool towel, cold water on the towel, a little warm, then get it cooler and cooler. Don't do the full coldness at once. Gradually get it cold. Wrap that person with towel or blanket. Okay? Start with their forehead. Start then the back of their neck. Look, if you want to know how to do all this, just go to Chat GPT. AI can give you direction for a lot of stuff. Now, don't take them for Bible when it comes to medical or law. Okay? Use your discretion, because they hallucinate sometimes. They just start saying stuff. When they don't know the answer, they start making up stuff. I'm telling you right now, okay? So you can't totally rely on it, but you can be assured that you can get a start with some information. Financial backup, you better have a backup plan. You better have an emergency fund. I told you that my daughter taught me that by having an emergency fund. He to go out, pull from here. You don't. Why you want to do that? Because now you're not swiping that credit card.
Exactly.
Every time you have an emergency, you swiping that credit card with 39% interest.
Right.
When all you got to do is just save a little bit.
Yeah.
Save all your change. Save all your $1.
And basically, this is what I always suggested, right? Fine. Stop wasting money on stuff that doesn't matter to you. A lot of people leak money by buying. Okay, I want to go to Starbucks every day, okay, instead of making your own coffee. Little bitty things, okay, like little things, like I haven't been to McDonald's in like a year and a half because I got an air fryer, okay. I can make a better burger in less time with an air fryer and the same kind of frozen fries they have, and save me $10, $12, okay. Little bitty, you don't have to do it all the time, but saying is those kind of things add up over time, and that money can actually go to your savings fund or your emergency fund.
And Keith, it's time to stay out of fast food. Come on.
Oh,
You can cook a full course breakfast in less than 30 minutes for your kids before they go to school.
Yeah.
Anybody can prepare breakfast.
But air fryer is almost like the new microwave, right? It's almost brain dead. Okay.
Yes.
It's almost brain dead. You can do the. I have my grandson. He's 12. Okay. When he wants to make something, okay, he push a couple buttons. Put the stuff in there, and in 10, 15 minutes later, whatever got going on, yeah.
Keith, I think we have something on the board, and I'm going to recap. We say emergency food, call the family to discuss that, medical insurance, financial backup. Talk about finance. Talk about sharing. You may need to share grocery. You may need to go to the store with large bulk items, and you all share. You take half of these toilet tissues, and I take half of this, and take some of these beans. Whatever you got to do, do it.
How do you say it, Doctor? Peace up?
Peace up. That's right.
Peace up on that grocery bill, okay?
It's time to peace up.
Yeah,
exactly.
Go to Costco and peace up, okay?
That's right. That's right. Keith, what's on the board?
Okay, people need to get some kind of food supplement, as it could become very easy to become malnourished, especially in this day and age. Okay, this is real. Okay?
That is real.
And that's one thing about
it can be one of your meals, your complete meal.
Yeah. The thing is, that's like Inner Light Radio plays all these natural health programs to tell you what kind of supplements. They're giving you a medical lesson or medical course online every week, okay, that you don't have to pay for, okay?
That's innerlightradio.com.
Yeah.
That's innerlightradio.com. They're the one that I'm hosting my show on. They have Dr. Rapp. They have all type of medical people on.
Yeah.
And that's talking about health. So
And if you have a
people listen.
if you have a condition, especially a condition that you need medication for, okay,
Mhm.
call in the Dr. Rab and say, I got this condition, that condition. He can suggest something, a supplement that will help, alleviate that condition, and you can actually talk to your doctor. Okay.
That's right, Dr. Zarik. Go to innerlightradio.com
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the
Yeah.
lineup of all the
Yeah.
different talk shows.
Yes.
Get away from Channel
Yeah.
5, 2, and all this stuff
Yeah.
and Facebook and get on these show, innerlightradio.com, and
Yeah.
see the lineup
Yeah.
of hosts,
Yeah. Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that program and what they are about. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Like your the RFK Jr., right? He's in office right now. Okay, is your health secretary, right?
Yeah.
The stuff he talk about now. Okay, Dr. Rosie and folks
Keith,
have been talking about this for the last 35, 40 years. Okay,
absolutely.
absolutely,
Absolutely. It's been proven,
it's been proven. Yeah.
what immunization does and how it has
Yeah.
impacted
Yeah.
children with crippling disability. That's been proven, you
It's
guys.
been
So
proven. It's been proven. So
that's why he got on that.
yeah,
Someone said Wellness
Wednesday.
Wednesdays tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. Go to innerlightradio.com.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, the
Yeah.
last for communication, make sure that you decide in your family
Mm-hmm.
the role and responsibility in
Mm-hmm.
advance. In case in emergency, this is the person that you call. This is the person who has everybody's
Exactly.
telephone number.
Right.
This is the person that was directed as to where to go for help or for refuge. That is important, folks. So you got to do this. Don't play it low, because people said, ain't no way they can cut off SNAP. How you gonna not feed people?
Yeah.
I heard people there, that ain't gonna happen in a lifetime. It did happen.
It did. It's happening right now, especially Section and SNAP and Section 8. They're limited it to 2 years, okay?
And there are people who saying they can't cut off this insurance. Look at all these people who won't be able to go to the doctor. Who gives a hoop?
Yep. They sure
Who
can.
gives a hoop, you guys? Don't think for 1 second that it won't happen.
Yep.
Pull out your pen and your paper, and you need to write to your representative today, letting them know the importance. Dr. Pam, you have to come in. Go ahead.
Yes, I read this morning that there is a reserve fund of money for the SNAP.
Yes.
And 2 Supreme Court judges are demanding that they release at least half of the SNAP funds to the American people.
I think Trump already said he's going to okay that. So.
Yeah, and they're saying the only problem with that is that if this shutdown continues, then and they deplete that fund, then we'll have the problem again in December.
Well, that's why people need to get on Twitter, get on email, get on whatever, and actually start talking to the reps. Okay.
Wow. So, well, we sure hope that something happens. See that Lois Hicks, she joined us today. I was looking for the Lord.
They don't. I mean, it's a bad look to have a National Guard in front of grocery stores. So, I think that's probably one of the reasons he actually did it.
Well, now I don't want to see people going to jail and getting a felony for for getting food. So how soon that's supposed to start?
No. Trump said he was going to release it. So basically,
he's going to release half of the money.
Well, that's all the fund can actually handle. It's an emergency fund. Yeah.
But they got the money.
Congress is in charge of the money, and if Congress does not want to hit the credit card, then it's not going to hit the credit card. But this is
they're hitting it to take care of folks who they're hitting it to take care of folks in other countries.
Yeah, well,
they're hitting it to get ready to almost start a war now.
Yeah.
Let me just say something, folks. You have some power when you have voices. But you have not made your voices heard.
No, you have not.
They're not getting letters. They're not getting fax. They're not getting phone calls. We are just talking to each other. Yeah. It's like the Humpty Dumpty sit on the wall story when all the king horses and all the king men went to Humpty.
Right.
And they couldn't put Humpty back together again. Why did they go to the king horses? Why did they go to the king men? We continue to go to people that don't have the power to help us. So instead of calling me, telling me what Trump did and everybody what you don't like, go to the source.
Go
So,
where
folks,
the power is. Yeah.
go where the power is. And then that power, then you go above that power to the greatest power of all. Go to God, your universal, who sees it all and knows all. So don't leave him out of the equation. Okay? So, folks, the cock on the wall said that's all. It's been a great show. We appreciate all of you. Make sure you tell your people, tell your folks to tune into innerlightradio.com, folks. We got people on here who are throwing it down. Tell them about Express Yourself Hour. Tell them about my show, because we're bringing you the best of the best. We want to keep you informed. Thank you, my co-host Keith. Thank you, Ricky. All of you that joined, Jamal, Brenda, Pamela, Dolores, Zoom user, Keisha Ross. I don't know who you are, but thank you for joining. Same time next week.
Don't let that mustard seed get too heavy now.
Bye-bye, Dr. Rosie.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Have a blessed one. Yes.
All right.